Okay, we live. Finally, it's about to update you guys. StreamYard there is taking a while to load for some reason. I guess everybody's using it. But anyway, guys, welcome back to the show. Tonight, we're actually reporting on some disturbing news. We're not doing the usual celebrity gossip that we do. We're going to be talking about a young man. He would have been 26 as of last Friday or this Friday, I believe. But his name was Ahmaud Arbery. I might be butchering that name, but his name is in the description of the doggone video. I want to talk to you guys about some stuff that the news is probably not going to say. I want to talk a little bit about the town that he was shot in, show you who actually shot him. I'm not going to show the actual video just because it can be triggering and we got YouTube's rules, etc., etc. But I have it posted on my Instagram, stormmonroetv. If you want to see it, if your stomach can handle it, because you do actually see the man lose his life. So let me go ahead and share this screen here, and then we can get started. This is such a sad story, just a sad story all the way around, no matter how you look at it. Okay, make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so Ahmaud Arbery was shot on February 23rd in a little town, well, a city that's called Brunswick, Georgia. So this is in southeast Georgia. Apparently, it's between Savannah, Georgia, and the Jacksonville, Florida area. I guess, you know how you have Floribama? I don't know if that's considered like Georgia-Bama, but anybody that's familiar with that area, you know a little bit about it. I wanted to actually show you guys a little bit of what the city looked like. So it's literally right off the coast. It seems like on the surface, if we can not go black here, it seems like on the surface it would be a really cool city to be in, but you know, we're gonna get into some facts about it. So the actual little town that he was jogging in is called Satilla Shores. A lot of you guys are wondering, like, well, why was he jogging? What was he doing out there? The man was an ex-football player. The man was an exercise buff. The man was a health buff. So literally, according to his parents, Wanda, and then we'll read a statement from his dad later. The man literally jogged every single day. Now, I'm not sure if he jogged in this specific area every single day. I don't know those details, but jogging was literally a part of his daily regimen. And I had to step back and take a look at myself when I was reading the details of this investigation and say, well, wait a minute. Why is it that when black people run, whenever we do anything, it's always questioned? What were we doing there? Why was we running in that neighborhood? What was our purpose? What are we here for? It's like, why do we do that? When you driving down your street, whether you in a black neighborhood, a white neighborhood, a Latin neighborhood, it don't matter from sea to shining sea. Literally, if you see if you see a white person jogging, usually without their shirt on, because they trying to get a damn tan, be looking as orange as Trump. Trying to walk back, trying to run down the damn street, get a six-pack and a tan at the same time, and it'll be looking a hot mess. But when you see that, we don't think anything of it. We just literally say, oh, that's a white lady jogging. Oh, that's a white man jogging. That's just what they do. So it's sad that when we do anything, it's questioned and it's questionable. But when they do anything, then, you know, it's just kind of like, well, that's what they do. That's the norm. What do you mean? So that's the little town there, Satilla Shores. Now, I wanted to actually tell you, that's a picture of him right there. They took a good one from us. They took a good black man out of our communities. You know, unfortunately, black men are a dying breed, and the good ones are especially a dying breed. So, but that's another video for another day. So the city of Brunswick, Georgia, according to the census information as of July 1st, 2018, has a population of 16,317 people. In Brunswick itself, 56.6% of that population is black, and then 37.6% is white. So the city is actually a mostly black city, but you can't just look at a city to get a good idea of the racial demographics. You have to look at the county, you know, everything that surrounds that damn city. And Brunswick is located in Glenn County, Georgia, and Glenn County itself is 68.9% white and 26.9% black. So most of the county is actually white. It's just that concentrated city that happens to be mostly black, but I'm willing to bet the particular neighborhood that he was jogging in was probably mostly white. And when I show y'all a picture of the two men that actually shot him, you're going to get a better idea of this whole situation. I went on to learn a little bit more about the people that make up this town. So in Brunswick, the median value of a home is about $94,000, which is really cheap. What you mean that's cheap, Storm? Well, let me go on to tell you. The median rent in Brunswick, Georgia is only $726, which is really cheap, because when you compare it to Atlanta, our median home average, wow, crazy I'm saying that now. Yeah, our median home average is about $300,000, and the median rent out here in Atlanta is $1,467. So already, as I'm reading through that census information, I'm like, oh, this ain't nothing but a white hick ass town. This is nothing but truly pure white trash, and pure white trash don't like it. They don't like blacks. They are usually the most racist out of the white community. Can we keep it real? Because I'm gonna keep it real. When you look at white people and when you hang around them and when you listen to the things they say, the ones with money might not like you, and the ones with money may also shoot you dead if they feel like it. But a lot of the times, the ones with money are so focused on making that money that you being black is not even on their radar, unless they're like a governor, they're in politics, they control things, then they want to control you, because controlled opposition is actually the opposition that the other side controls. All right, so don't think just because you protesting it really means something to them, because it doesn't. Protesting don't mean nothing. Action does. But in action, when you speak white people's language, you got to take your money out of their communities. You got to stop spending your money with them. Same with the Asians that mistreat us. Same with the Middle Easterns that mistreat us. But that's a whole nother story for another day. So then I went on to read some more information on the census, and census.gov said that only 17.1% of Brunswick residents have a college degree. So most of them just stop at high school. Now, after high school, the majority of them go to work in laborers' jobs, so those plant types of jobs, jobs with your hands. Not saying there's anything wrong with it, just giving you an idea of the city. The city also has a 37.5% poverty rate, and the median household income is $25,896. So that right there, you already know that this is a city that is poor. This is poor, right? Hick, you just look, moonshine making, Ford truck driving, cousin screwing type of town. I hate to talk about stereotypes, but hell, they stereotype that man so they can handle this a little bit. So on February 23rd, this man was actually jogging through this damn neighborhood when the two men, mainly the father, whose name is George McMichael, and the son was Travis McMichael. George McMichael is 64 years old, and he is a retired prosecutor in the Brunswick city. And then Travis is 34 years old. We don't know what he do, but he was just going along with daddy, apparently. Now, when George was looking out his window and he saw this strapping, young, strong black man, because that's all they see. They can't really tell us apart from one another. I'm jumping ahead. I'm not gonna get to that. So he looks out his window. He sees this black man jogging down the street, or as George said, I saw him hauling ass. Well, George, I hate to tell you, because, this might not be in your DNA, but see, the way our legs are set up, we tend to run pretty fast, even if we're not trying to. We tend to walk pretty fast, even if we're not trying to. And this is a football player who was in shape, a health buff, and he jogged every single day. So it's not going to be like my fat ass jogging up and down the street. I'm not no kind of damn threat. But this man was rolling. Why? Because he was an actual athlete. I know that's something that your pot belly having ass ain't really, you don't know that much about that. All you know is about NASCAR and drinking Budweiser and drinking Natty Light and screwing your cousins. But yeah. So then once he sees this man jogging down the neighborhood, he says to himself and his son, wait a minute, that's the guy, I'm sure he said the N-word, but that's the guy that's been robbing houses in the neighborhood, because apparently houses have been getting robbed in the neighborhood, and they said it was a black guy. Although every time something tends to happen to one of these little small towns, they always say it was a black guy, even if there's not actually a black man in sight. And so he grabbed his son, the neighbor joined with him, they hopped in their truck, and they began to chase this man down the street. So then once you get to the video, we don't know what actually happened before the video. We only know what's being told by the two people that are still alive. But see in the video that at some point the truck is coming. Let me back a little bit. Go this way. There we go. You see the truck going down the road. You see Ahmaud running down the road, and then you see him run towards the truck. He goes behind it. Then the camera kind of cuts out. He has an altercation with the son, Travis. Travis or the father, I couldn't really tell the difference, but he has a confrontation with one of them. It gets physical. It looks like Ahmaud is trying to actually take the gun from Travis. Why was he trying to take the gun? Well, literally, he didn't want you to shoot him. Now, me being outside of the situation, because we can all say what we would do if we were there, but you never really know unless you actually are in that situation. I personally would have probably just darted off, ran off, tried to run through the yards or something. I probably would not have ran towards him and tried to take the gun, but nonetheless, this is a senseless shooting. He got shot The first time it missed, the second time hit, you then see Ahmaud fall and collapse to the ground. And no, it was not like it is in the movies. It was actually real and a really sad thing to see. This was a modern day legend. To be honest with you, this put me in the very same mindset of what happened to Trayvon Martin when he was just walking through the neighborhood and crazy ass George Zimmerman says, oh, he looks suspicious. He doesn't live here. Chases him down, gets in an altercation, gets that ass whipped, because when you chase somebody down, they might whip your ass because you had no business messing with them in the first place. Why did they not just call 911 and leave it alone? I don't know. You know, is it white privilege? Is it, you know, were they a part of the neighborhood watch? Or no, it's probably just the fact that they wanted to hunt down a black man at any chance they got. It's probably because they walk around scared and afraid of anybody else of color anyway. They just so damn afraid of anything. When the main people that's screwing them over is people that look just like them. The people that's in office, you know, they claim it's us taking a job. It's the blacks taking the job. Now it's the Mexicans taking the job. Everybody's the problem except the ones that actually control things in this country, which are people that look just like you. But that's a conversation that they really not ready to have. So the daddy, who used to be a prosecutor, and the son gave this story to the Brunswick police. They had not filed charges yet, but the Georgia Bureau of Investigations is hopping into the case. And the DA, now that media is involved, because mind you, this happened back in February 23rd. We finally now is just getting the DA to get on this and actually press charges against these two, although it's going to be hard to know when court would be held if the charges actually get filed, because we can't hold court right now in Georgia. So I don't really know how they would hold court virtually or what they would do, but I'm sure that that is damn to come. The DA's name in that local area is named Thomas Durden or Durdan, however you pronounce it. So now I wanted to actually go ahead and show you guys a couple of other things. This is what happened to CNN when they actually went in the same neighborhood that Ahmaud got shot in with the camera crew and the vans. They got CNN on the side. This is actually what they went through while they were there. Let's play here. If it wants to play, maybe just maybe. Maybe just maybe if it wants to play at all. Okay, let's go back. Come on and play. There we go. Okay, we're going to get it to play, or we're just going to move on if it's not going to want to play now all of a sudden. Well, anyway, while that's loading, the CNN trucks end up going into this little town, and as they were there, you heard nothing but guns shooting. Not shooting at them, but literally just shooting in the air in order to try to like scare the news off and let them know that they are not welcomed in that neighborhood, and that basically this neighborhood is standing behind the two men that committed this horrendous crime. Okay, let's see what's up. What are we doing here? Okay, let's do this. We're gonna stop sharing that for just a sec. We're gonna let that load itself, and then we will. Okay, here we go.
Good afternoon. I'm GBI Director Vic Reynolds, and I want to take a moment today and discuss our agency's involvement in the Ahmaud Arbery shooting in Glenn County, which occurred in February of this year. As you're probably aware, late yesterday evening, Governor Kemp issued a statement indicating that the GBI was willing to make all of our resources available to assist the local authorities in this investigation. I then reached out to District Attorney Tom Durden, who is the special prosecutor assigned to this case by the Attorney General's office. I offered our assistance in this matter. Mr. Durden and I were able to connect and speak about 9:30 last night, and he quickly accepted our offer and asked us to become involved in the case. Some of you may not realize, but the GBI can only become involved in a matter when asked by the local authorities. After Mr. Durden's request last night, I advised him that we would hit the ground running this morning. We've now assigned this case to 3 of our experienced supervisory level agents. They come from 2 separate regions and a specialized unit, which is located in the 3rd region. We've also decided that this case will be ran from headquarters, and that will bring to bear every resource and all the experience this agency has in resolving this matter. You know, our goal in every investigation is to seek the truth, and that's exactly what we intend on doing in this matter. I realize that emotions are running high in this community, and they're running high throughout the state. And the last thing anyone wants to do is extend us any patience. But I also realize that this investigation must be done correctly, and therefore I must ask for a little of your patience. I'm confident that we'll do justice in this matter, but I'm just as confident we're going to do it the right way. Usually the right road isn't the quickest or the fastest way, but it's the right way, and that's the road we intend on taking. The governor of this state wants justice done in this case, as does the GBI, and I'm confident that we'll deliver that. Thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time today. Stay safe and God bless. Thank you.
So that was Director Vic Reynolds from GBI's investigation. Now, this is my whole thing. They finally now want to come and say that we're going to work with the DA in order to bring justice to this. But what's happened the last 2 months? It seemed like nobody really cared until press and social media actually caught this, made it go viral. And now, y'all don't want to look bad. So now you want to act like you're going to actually do something. That's why I tell you guys, social media is definitely a blessing and a curse. Because on one hand, you see a whole bunch of things that people should never put online, but then on the other hand, we're actually able to record and have proof of things, and we're able to show others that no, we're not crazy. We get harassed. No, sometimes we go in stores, folks are following us for no reason. So that's the good and the bad with that. Now, let's see if this CNN video finally wants to play. We're gonna try here. Let's see. And if it's not gonna play, then I'm gonna move on because CNN, I ain't got time to be messing with y'all shit. Let's see. What do you want to do? You want to play? Probably not. All right. Well, we'll move right along. Now, on this picture here, you have Ahmaud on the left that looks like that was maybe like his prom or high school, like senior high school pics. In the middle is a screenshot from the actual video. That gun that I believe that was the son that was holding it in his hand. That's what Ahmaud was tussling with him with, and was actually getting the best of him before he got shot. And on the very far right, you see the daddy and the son. Now, y'all tell me what kind of men do those look like? Let's profile these men the same way they profiled Ahmaud. What do those men look like to y'all? On the far right, what do those men look like to y'all? Because I got an idea. I can tell you, first thing, looking at them, neither one of them look like they got any style of pizzazz or any kind of creativity. It's not in your DNA. I can also look at them and tell that, they love beer and they love to eat, and they definitely are not athletic, So what's hauling ass to them, pretty much walking and exercising is hauling ass. KKK, they look like some good old boys. Yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. All day. And when I actually was reading this story, it made me think of a couple experiences that I had. First off, in my hometown, I remember I was walking my dog, and the lady that lived in this town, it was like a townhome condominium complex or whatever. But on one side, it was brand new construction townhomes. On the other side, it was like the old townhomes that was built in like the 80s or whatever. And so I was simply throwing a poop in a damn dumpster, and this white lady with a Marine sticker on the back of her damn van, who was not here, but she worked in the HOA, pulled up on me and was like, "Oh, excuse me, sir, do you live out here?" I said, "Yes, I do." She said, "Well, do you live over here or do you live over there?" And I said, "I live over there in a brand new construction home." She said, "Oh, well, you can't use our dumpsters over here." I said, "Oh, no, I can't." She said, "No." I said, "Oh, okay, thank you." She said, "Because we just don't want people coming around and dumping them." And I just started walking away. I said, okay, yeah, thanks. Okay, bye-bye. That's it. I didn't give her nothing. I didn't argue with her, although I wanted to actually cuss her out for bothering me, because I know damn well if I was white, she would not have stopped me to ask me why I was simply dumping poop in the dumpster. I'm just saying, you should be happy I'm not throwing this shit on the ground. But anyway, I didn't argue with her because I figured, wait a minute, you got a Marine sticker on your van, you probably packing. Then another time when I was working for Amazon, I was out in Cumming, Georgia. Anybody that's from Atlanta know what Cumming, Georgia is. It's way, way, way out there in the boonies. And I went into Dollar General and got to talking to the cashier or whatever, and he goes, "Oh, weren't you in here last week?" I said, "No, I was not. I've never been in this store." No, yeah, you came in here last week." I said, "Sir, I'm not from here. I'm from Arizona. You've never seen me before. I've literally never been here. And he goes, oh, well, you just look just like the other guy that came in here last week. I said, I know we all look alike to you people. And I got my shit in there and got about the store. But I say all of that to say, when it comes to us, to them, we all look alike. So for them to say he looked like the guy that was robbing the neighborhood before, I mean, he probably doesn't. But we all look alike. And who are they to discern who's the robbers and who's not? It's racial profiling. It's racial profiling all day and all night. Like, it is what it is. Okay, so now let's move on. And I wanted to actually show you guys this picture here. Let me blow it up. Now, another sad part of this story is that the mother of Ahmaud, her name is Wanda Cooper, when she got the call from the police that her son had been fatally shot, they initially lied to her and said that he was burglarizing a house, and that's why he got shot. So the head of the GBI, while you guys are investigating this case, make sure you actually investigate the Brunswick police as well. Because y'all called this lady, and you're delivering bad news that her son had been fatally killed, but you tell her that he was robbing a house, and that's why he got shot, instead of saying what actually happened, that he was pretty much a victim of a modern-day lynching. Let's keep it real. So his mother said it saddened her that they racially profiled him and that they would even say something like that about him because he was an excellent student. He was an athlete, and she knew her son would not be robbing a doggone house. He was simply out jogging. I'm assuming this was not on his regular route, because I'm just assuming it was not on his regular route, but I'm sure as the case goes on, more details will come out. Now, a statement from Marcus, the father of Ahmaud, said that Arbery, a high school athlete who his family said was always engaged in physical exercise, would have celebrated his 26th birthday on Friday. His spirit was good. Ahmaud didn't deserve to go out the way he went out, Cooper said. He was a very bright young man, his father, Marcus Arbery, said. Arbery added. Sorry, the first statement was the mother, the second was the father. He was a very bright young man. It just hurts me so deeply that his life has been cut off so short. He had a lot to live for. And I would agree with that, father, that this young man did have a lot to live for. Really? You want to do that now? Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Hold up, let me get that canceled. I'm not trying to make a comment. There we go. It's really sad that they would do this man like this, but at the end of the day, this is the country that we live in. There are a lot of conversations that need to be had. This state of Georgia is a stand your ground state, just like Florida, just like Arizona, and laws are going to have to be changed, because the way stuff is now, you can just say you felt threatened by somebody, and in certain states, shoot them and pretty much get away with it. And things just need to change. There is a difference between you pick a fight with somebody, you get your ass whipped, and it is what it is, versus somebody is actually threatening you and attacking you, and that your life is at stake. That's all I'm damn saying. Y'all would let these white hicks get away with this shit, but let an abused woman shoot her husband that's been beating on her for years. You want to put her through the ringer just so she can, just to be able to move on and live her damn life. So that was a story. Did anybody want to come in and make some comments about it? We can do maybe like 6 to 7 minutes of comments before we head out. Let me actually put the link here in the chat. I hope I did this story justice. I normally don't cover these types of stories, but I want to start doing it more. I know you guys have been asking for it. Thank you for the donation. I'm not able to see who sent it yet. It's not popping up, but thank you for the donation. So let me know if you guys want to come in. But like I said, I hope I did this story justice. This was not about no celeb stuff. This was not me trying to be funny at all. It was me just really bringing out what's going on out here in these streets. So they haven't been arrested? No, they have not been arrested. They have not been arrested at all. No arrests. Let me move over. There we go. Yeah, no arrests. They are just dark green with envy. Yes. You were a professional with it. Thank you. I really tried. It really meant a lot. I was not trying to get on here and look crazy. Yeah, I wasn't trying to do it. And so I want you guys to also be prepared prepared because as time goes on, you are going to see this man get slandered in the media, especially by Fox News and stations like that. You're going to see them go through every social media page this man had, and anything that looks remotely questionable or sketchy, they will be putting out there. I don't know why they do that to us, but they do. I really don't give a damn whatever stupid stuff he posted on Facebook when he was 13 or 15 or 11. I don't care what he used to post on Twitter. I simply want justice to be brought in his case because they were wrong. All right. Okay, you should be popping up here in a minute. What's going on, Reese?
Hey, how you doing, Storm?
Good. How you doing?
Yeah, so basically I just want to chime in. I'm at work now. I just really think that this is ridiculous. And I get so angry because as a community, we still feel and think that these Neanderthals give a damn about us, and they don't. This young man, from the look of the video, it seems as if he was just minding his business, working out, doing his thing. And these savages hunted him down as if he was nothing, and they slaughtered him. And I have a problem with that because this is going on every day, situation that we don't even see.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not on here to critique who we date, but dealing with IR dating, it is a problem. And I'm saying this because the same people, those Neanderthals that we choose to lay down with, these are the same people that are killing us and that have been oppressing us for centuries. And until as a community, we stand up and we stop thinking that everyone has our best interests, we're not going to get anywhere. And these killings and everything else negative that's happening to our community is going to continue. And that's pretty much all I have to say.
Well, I want to thank you for going on. I will say you definitely have a point. I think we would need to do a whole nother show to talk about interracially dating and the issues that come along with it. But I'm glad you brought that up because it is something to definitely discuss.
Most definitely. But I appreciate you, Storm. I love your show. Love you and TK. And you be blessed and be safe. You and your family.
Thank you. You as well. Take care now.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye. All right. I don't know why StreamYard is so doggone slow today, but what's going on, Slim Reaper? You on the air?
Hello, Storm. How you doing this evening? Hello, Storm Texas.
Hey.
I just want to say that I'm an African-American male. I used to live in Jacksonville, which is close to Brunswick, Georgia. It's sad that there are certain neighborhoods that you cannot venture to as an African-American man because of the consequences and the old school mentality of Caucasian America. It's a sad situation when we feel like we're in 2010 and we're still not free as a society, as American citizens.
Right.
But I do want to say Jacksonville, despite its reputation as being racist, you know, there's a lot of nice Caucasian American people. So I don't want people to think that one or certain individuals cloud the judgment of everybody as a whole, because that's not fair. Just like one African American male or female doing something that's not appropriate cloud the judgment of all African American males or females as a whole. We need to judge everybody on individual basis and not just lump everybody into one category because of one bad experience.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And that's where, honestly, I can tell you for myself, like I've met a lot of good white people in my time. I've met a lot of them where things seem cool at first, but then when stories like this happen, you really start to see who they really are. Not all, but some. But I'm glad you made that point because, look, we're all in this country together, so we will have to learn how to live with one another. I'm just really at a point where I just kind of think maybe Black people will just never be accepted in America. Like we just won't ever be. I don't know. I don't know if we need to separate. I don't know if we need our own communities that run ourselves. I don't know what the solution is, but I'm open to talking about it.
I disagree with that, Storm, and the only reason why I disagree with that is because we have to make that choice where we can be respected. And how we can be respected, not only just voting for president, but we need to vote for our local and national government as well. We need to start putting some of our own people in office so we can be taken seriously.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't do enough voting as African Americans because we feel like, okay, if we vote, our vote don't count. Our vote does count. We just got to vote together, and we got to add numbers so we can be respected like other races are respected under the same circumstances. We got to gain that respect as a American nation and culture. We can't just hope that somebody give that respect to us. We got to take it from them.
Well, that and I want to thank you for coming on. I'm glad you made the point about voting for your local government as well, because that actually affects your life closer than even voting for the president. But we have to convince people to, like you just said, because if everyone has the same attitude of, oh, it'll be all right, oh, I'm just one vote. But if everybody thinks like that, then nobody's voting. So, yeah, you have a good point with that.
Have a good night, and thank you for your time, and thank you for the opportunity to speak on your show.
Absolutely. Take care now. He definitely made some good points. Okay, we got Passionate Bliss coming up. Check out Passionate Bliss's YouTube channel, by the way. What's going on, Passionate?
Hey, I just wanted to stop in a couple of things with this case, because, you know, I live in a stand your ground state. I do have a permit to carry a weapon. I feel like, unfortunately, they might be able to make a case that they were in danger because he was shot approaching, and there was an attempt to take the weapon. So unfortunately, I think they will be able to make a case that they were in fear of their lives or whatever. And I think that one of the things that is important to take away is that we still have to, unfortunately, in 2020, teach our young Black men how to act and what to do when they are confronted with a situation like that. Because if he had, you know, like you said, run, then, you know, they didn't have any authority to stop him or catch him or chase him. And they would have had to shoot him in the back. So they wouldn't have been able to get away with it, you know, that way. But unfortunately, we do have to still, in this day and age, especially if you live in the South, and I'm in the country too, and this is a redneck capital where I'm at. And so we have to recognize them good old boys are still there. And we have to teach our sons that, you know, how to act when they meet them, especially if they're outnumbered.
Yes.
You just have to
and the fact that we even have to have that conversation, like as you're saying that, I'm thinking to myself right now, like, wow, if I have a Black son one day, like, what am I bringing him? Like, this is the world I'm bringing him into, where I have to sit him down and tell him, like, okay, yeah, we're all people, we're taught that we're all equal, but the world doesn't look at you like that. Like it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, and that's sad. So that's all I bring out. I hope, you know, we can take that away from it at least, and definitely demand justice. But still, we have to be practical and realize we still got to teach them that, you know.
We do.
And
we do definitely.
Family, but you know, that's still a reality of our existence.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on, Passion.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Now, Passionate, did you get done up to come on the show, or do you got a quarantine date tonight? You didn't got on Bumble? You got a man, Passionate? I see you, Passionate. But check out her YouTube channel. Her stuff is really dope. Tam Tam, I'm trying to bring you up now. There you go, Tam Tam. What's going on?
Oh, hey, y'all, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so I really agree with what Passionate just said. It's a lot going on. I don't live in the South. I'm actually from a Midwestern state. I'm from Wisconsin, which is absolutely segregated. Like it's on the top where I live exactly is on the list. The actual city is on the top of the list is being segregated, which is cool. I'm cool with that, honestly. I really don't have a problem with that. But there's a culture around here, and I know in the South too. I just wanted to point out, especially with those good old boys, there's a culture down in Florida that they used to call gator bait.
Yeah.
which is where, you know, what they used to do, stealing them black babies through the night to feed to their gators. So the culture with them, they have no respect. They ain't got no thought about a black man, woman, child as a human. So I don't know why it would be thought that it would be changing now. Unfortunately, you would want it to, or not want it to. Honestly, who gives a damn? Because I really feel I may be a separatist. I'm cool with y'all over there, we over here, and you know what I mean? I bring Black Wall Street fucking around with me, but you know, that's another story. But I really feel like they have their own thing going on. And I don't have a thought of why anybody here with, you know, black people would even want to go anywhere. I mean, you get to live where you want to live, do what you want to do. That he shouldn't have been shot down in the damn street because he wanted to go for a run.
Yep.
And they need to stop giving these scary motherfuckers guns.
Hello, thank you. Yeah.
If you so damn scared, you need to take your scary ass to the house and go clean your gun on your fucking porch. Because I'm sorry, we ain't supposed to be cussing this one.
It's okay. It's okay.
Clean your gun on your porch. Billy Ray and them go make your mess in the back of the whatchamacall and go stay at your house because ain't nobody listen. I just really feel like if y'all go be that scared, and somebody said in the chat earlier, y'all scared as hell, but you keep coming up to somebody's face, wondering what somebody doing. Take your ass home.
Yep. Well, they
ain't got no respect, but you always in somebody's face.
But it's this like superiority complex where I didn't say that word right, but you know what I mean. It's that complex where it's like it's their job to like police everybody, even if they're not actually the police. Like it's my job to ask you what are you doing in my neighborhood. It's like
it's like it's the Wild West or something, and you the marshal. Like, shut your ass, take your go on, because niggas these days, or a person like me, you can't come in my face asking me nothing. Who are you? I don't give a damn who you are. Move along out my way, unless you just trying to tell me I got tissue on the back of my shoe or some shit. Take your ass on. I don't need your help. I don't need your advice. I don't need none of that. Thank you. But that's really what I wanted to say. I'll go back in the chat. Thank you, Storm. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Have a good one. All right, let's pull up Bubblicious. Bubblicious, I think we'll actually end with Bubblicious. What's going on, Bubblicious?
Don't do it, Isis. Oh shit, Storm. I'm talking to my cat.
Okay.
You're frozen. Okay. So what I want to say, I don't have enough information on what happened to the young man in the South. However, just by going through the chat, what I'm about to say may not be acceptable to a lot of people. However, it's my personal preference. As a Trinidadian, as someone from the Caribbean, I grew up with racism from people that I share blood with. My grandmother is half white and half black. My grandfather was East Indian. They had 12 children. And there was a rainbow of colors, even some with gray eyes and blonde hair. I have had aunts who said, I am too dark, my nose is too big, and I am not their family because I don't look like them. Now, I don't know if that has traumatized me and has made me make the decisions I made in life, but I can never see myself with a white man. Never. I cannot see myself with an Asian man. I cannot see myself with someone other than a black man. I think that because we share melanin, I think because we share skin tones that are very similar to each other, we share a plight, an understanding, a trust between each other that we cannot get once we start dating outside of our complexion. Not saying that you cannot find love in other races, but preferably most people, even in animals, even in nature, you don't see a raven mating with a red-chested robin. You don't. Like Muhammad Ali used to say, a blue jay wants to have a blue jay woman and blue jay babies. So that's just my preference. And I think that in our community, if we do stay more connected to each other, a lot of this will eventually stop, because there's going to be more trust in each other. There's going to be more support for each other. And we're going to realize that we're only in this together.
Yes.
We can integrate all we want. We can have businesses with these people all we want. But we always end up holding the shitty end of the stick at the end of it all. And that's something I'm just not willing to take part of. I will always be with a black king. Jump high, jump low. I don't care how much trouble brothers give me. I can't see me with anyone else. I love the brothers, man. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize for that. See, I believe in preference, and I believe wherever you find love, you better stick with that, because life is short to be unhappy with some damn body. So I'm cool with that. I'm looking at the chat, and I think maybe I should have either Nyla Says or maybe Paris Milan on the channel, and we do that discussion about interracial dating, the good, the bad, the ugly. I'll have to get in contact with them, but I would love to do that.
StreamYard is breaking up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. But thank you for coming on, Bubblicious. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Storm. Thank you. I will go back and listen to what you said, because StreamYard is buffering a little bit. I'm not sure if it's just me.
Yeah, it's buffering. Take care now.
Love you, Storm. Good night, chat.
Good night. Oh, man. Yeah, she's really cool. She cool. I like that Caribbean lady. Okay. So, yeah, should I have Nyla Says or Paris Milan? But I feel like I'm going to need somebody else. Like, we're going to need to make it equal. Maybe like two people for interracial dating, two people completely against it. Give you, like, you know, the devil's advocate, the good and the bad of both. I would love to do that. So I'll hit her up and see if she's open to doing that. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching me. I had to bring you the story. Apparently, there's somebody else on Facebook that got shot by a cop. So we'll probably cover that tomorrow. But definitely have Paris. I hope she come on. Paris has a really big channel, so I hope she come on. I really do. That would be really, really cool. But anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. If you want me to cover more stories like this, look, I can't see it all. I can't do it all. Send it to me. DM me on IG or simply email me. All of that stuff is in my description box, all the links, and I will do my best to cover them as we expand this channel. And yeah, yeah, Jada being bad. I kind of see Jada over there, but I will catch you guys later.